Hello, Auntie Joy here, your teens coach. I hope you had a wonderful summer because I did. Summer for me was so much fun. I got to spend a lot of time with my young people. I got to hang out, different things, and I'm sure you did. Well, it's so sad that the summer has ended, which means school is around the corner. I know some people resumed school last week and some are resuming this coming week. And during the week, I had a message from one of my teenage friends. She messaged me and said, "Oh, Auntie Joy, I don't think I'm ready for a resumption." She was like, "I was so excited before, but right now, I don't think I can face school." And I'm sure her concerns may be the same concerns with yours. And we got talking. And she mentioned some of the things which I said, okay, let me share with some other people too that may have the same concerns. So I'm going to share with you dealing with resumption anxiety, causes of resumption anxiety, and how to handle resumption anxiety. So stay tuned. Okay, so one of the causes of resumption anxiety that I found out from a lot of young people is that there's this fear of failure that they have around them. And now that fear of failure comes from, okay, maybe last term wasn't so perfect and they probably had a lot of backlash from their parents, and for some of them they probably were grounded. They didn't allow them to have as much fun as they would have for as a means of punishment by the parents. And then so there's this fear of, oh, what if I don't do well? What if I mess up? What if I don't understand my subject? What if my teacher doesn't like me? There's all these things that's messing up with your head and telling you that this term would not be a good term. But I want to say to you that what ifs are not certain things. They are not conclusive statements. So one thing that would help you to crush your resumption anxiety is to deal with the fears of failure. If you failed in the past, it doesn't mean that you are a failure. I usually tell my young people, failure doesn't make, failing in the past doesn't make you a failure. It just means you have another chance at learning well. And so that's one of the first things you should work on. The second one is your mindset. A lot of young people have this negative mindset, which is as a result of the first point I've mentioned with, oh, what if I'm not going to be able to do well? I'm not the best. What if I don't understand? So there's a lot of uncertainty. So I would encourage you to work on your mindset. Now, failure or success begins in the mind. What you think about begins to manifest in your real world. So I want you to go to school with a positive attitude. To say, this term I'm going to smash my goals. There's nothing special about you and the people that understand the classes. So you need to take your time to say to yourself, I'm a success. I can understand what is being taught, and I'm very sure you will do well. The third thing I'm going to talk about is, do you have a clear plan? A lot of people resume school with the mindset, oh, I'm going to do well this time. I'm going to smash my goals. I'm going to be tops. And while all this is good, in short, for some of you, you are going to probably have resumption talks in school where your proprietress, your principal, or heads of schools and all that will talk to you at the assembly hall in your classes and say to you, oh, this time you have to be your best, give it your best shot. And why it's all good, some of you will be so pumped and stirred up, and you will certainly believe that you can do well. But somewhere along the line, like second week, third week, fourth week, is like, all the enthusiasm, all the intensity of success just drops. What I want to say to you now, the moment that you are feeling stirred up is the time for you to write a clear plan. Don't just say, this term I'm going to succeed. It's a vague statement. Everyone wants to succeed. So you need to put your plans into actionable steps. Okay, so this time I'm going to succeed. How do you want to succeed? This time I'm going to succeed by ensuring I read 1 hour a day by 7 p.m. Don't just leave things to chance. Put a time to it. If you're saying that every break time or every prep time, some of you may have prep in school, every prep time is a time for me to finish my assignment, then make sure you write it down and you do it. The moment you have your plan clearly defined, there's a way your brain would help you to work with what you've already said. So don't just leave things vaguely. Have a clear plan, write it down and follow it. And trust me, even the times when you don't feel like getting up, even the times when you feel discouraged, you will see that you're going to be successful, because there's something that it does to you when you have written it down. Your mind will be reminding you wrote that thing down, and write it in a place that you can look at it. Every day is stirring you. You know, oh, this is what I have to do. This is what I have to do. I can't afford not to do it. It may be difficult for a while, but trust me, it is very possible. The way the way you trained your brain very subtly to just enjoy comfort and all that is how you can also train your brain to be stirred up into action. So now, another thing that would help you to smash your resumption anxiety and to succeed this term is to limit distractions as much as possible. See, the worst person you can try to deceive is yourself. Don't be the person that says, oh, I can check Instagram and still read my books. No, sometimes those two things do not work. Now, if you know that you are easily distracted, then please put up the internet when you want to study. For those of you that are day students, if you are in the hostel and you know you are easily distracted, don't have a novel close to you. Make sure you know what works best for you. In school back then, there are some people that will see playing all through the term, and then exam period, we don't even see them reading, and then results will come out and they are topping the class. How do they do it? Most of these people, they understand in class, and so you will never see them playing in class. You will never see them stabbing classes. You will never see them sleeping in class, because they know that if I can just get what this lecturer or teacher is teaching me, exam is going to be a walkover. For someone like me back then in school, I knew that I have to be in class and I have to study what I've learned immediately, because if I don't do that, I will certainly forget. And so why people will think, oh, me, I'm one FE way, I'm always going to the library, I'm spending hours in the library. That's because I learned things slower, and there's no shame in that. There's no big deal in that. For me, that's my own style. So I have to study precept upon precept, small by small, to get a whole lot of information. And the thing about me is that the moment I get it, I'm good to go. So that's why you will not see me reading overnight during exams, except I've not prepared, or except it's a course I'm not passionate about, or a subject I don't like. That's the only time you will see me reading a night before exam. Most times I sleep, because then your brain needs to be relaxed. I don't want to enter the exam hall anxious. So the best time for you to succeed is not when it's one day to exam and then you are doing TDB, which is till daybreak. You are drinking Milo and Milo. So, you're just so anxious and all that. No, the best time for you to succeed in your examinations or your tests is from now. The university I went to, they had this thing they wrote on the whiteboards of our classrooms, or rather our lecture hall, and they said, to make a first class begins with your first class. Why it may not be true for a lot of people, it's certainly true for a whole lot of people as well. Because for me, the moment you can get the beginning. Now, if you see the way your subjects are wired, you'll notice that it's a build-up. It's a build-up. So in junior school, you did basic science. Now in secondary school, you have it. It is divided. You have biology, you have chemistry, you have physics. So different components. But understanding the basics, one thing that has helped me a lot. I'm not the smartest person, but I certainly do well. I certainly do well in whatever I do. One thing that has helped me a lot is to always go back to the basics. Go back to the basics. Go back to say, okay, why is 2 + 2 4? You understand? The moment you can learn the basics, you just build up on the rest. It's a foundation. Learning academics is a foundation. There's nothing so difficult about it. It's you take it one step at a time. Blocks by blocks, a house is built. Stone by stone, we make cement. So that is how you learn. So you please start learning from now. Don't wait until your exam period. Fifth point I'll be sharing with you is reach out when you need help. Now, a lot of us, we tend to either feel too proud to approach our mates that understands the subject. No, you're the one that knows what you want. You know what you're looking for, and you need something from someone. Don't be too big to say, oh, please, can you help me? The person doesn't even need to be your friend. Just say, okay, please, would you be free? When would you be free? And if the person gives you time, work with that person's time. Don't use it as a time to start shooting shots if you are at the opposite. No, there's time for everything. Don't use it as a time, don't plan a study meeting and all you do all through that meeting is to gist. In fact, it's actually better that you plan a study meeting with someone that is as serious as you are. You understand? Now, I'm not saying that maybe if you have a friend that is not as smart as you start despising this person. No. If your friend is not as smart as you but is willing to learn, you can help that person to set boundaries, set time. Okay, so guy, this time we're studying this. This time we're studying this. And then immediately you guys finish, you can say, okay, after this, we are going to gist. I'm not just saying you will not say, oh, you won't gist and all that. So you can put those boundaries down. You can also reward yourself, especially when you have gotten rid of all distractions. Don't say, oh, I'm not going. Now, be real with yourself. I know some of you, you can't do without the internet. Some of you are actually addicted to the internet. Now, one way to help your brain to overcome that addiction is to give yourself little exposure of it. Let's say, for instance, you used to spend 10 hours on the internet, and I'm not joking. I know some people that spend 10 hours from morning till night. They're on their phone, they're watching YouTube, Netflix, and chilling. But so if you know you're one of those people, now, to be honest with you, because I know how all these things work, it will be difficult. It may, let me not use wood, because with God all things are possible. It may be difficult for you to just say, oh, in fact, I'm not going to use my phone again. No, that's if your phone hasn't been seized from you. So what you can do, you can say, okay, from 10 to, okay, when you get back from school, maybe like 4, you can say from 4 to 6, I'll take a nap. From 6 to 7, I'll probably eat dinner and maybe use my phone, check what's happening, check the news, check what's happening. And then be true to yourself. From that 7 to 9, tell yourself it's study time. You understand? So it's helping your brain say, okay, I've enjoyed in this thing. I can look forward to this. And then after that study time, you can say, oh, I will just check what's happening, then go to bed. You don't have to follow this example I've given, but you can use it to develop your own. But one of the things that you should know is that your brain works with rewards. Now, if you promise yourself something, most times I say to, even as an adult now, I say to myself, oh, today I'm not checking the internet. Or let's say I know that I have some people's messages to reply. I say, okay, I have a lot of things to do today. And I know that if I should start checking my phone, it's going to be difficult for me to meet up. So this is what I'm going to do. From 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. is for me to study. Because I love to read a lot. Maybe I'll read a book or read something that's happening. So from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. is a time for me to study. And I'll say, okay, from 10 a.m. to 10:30, I will just try and reply people's messages, emails that I've gotten. And so because I have that at the back of my mind, my brain is fully focused on the tasks that I'm working on. And immediately, and I noticed that most times I actually finish before that time. And immediately I'm done. I reward myself. I go and check that thing I want to check because I'm not even going to deceive myself. I actually like to use my phone. But I've trained myself in such a way that my phone doesn't control me. So right now, why I thought it was difficult for me to control myself, right now it's so much easier that I can even go days without using my phone. But I have to come back quickly because, I know I have a lot of young people that will be waiting for me. So, this list is not exhaustive. But the last point I'm going to give you to help you with resumption anxiety and to smash your goals this term is to pray. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of praying only and not studying. Back then when I was in a school, during exam period, I would have people, and Joy, pray for me, my exams are here. And Joy, pray for me, I'm scared. But no, you don't pray alone without studying. It doesn't work that way. Or you won't be looking for a miracle, you'll be looking for magic. God is not a magician. So you need to, I had an important this slogan when I was younger. It said, you pray as if there are no books, and you read as if there are no God. You pray as if there are no books, and you read as if there is no God. Now, it is very true. You can't pray and say, oh, Holy Spirit, bring to my remembrance all I've read. And you didn't read nothing. What do you want the Holy Spirit to remind you of? Now, I know that there may be one or two people that will use the supernatural, something they have not read. And see, listen, The word is not designed to work on miracles. The word is designed to work on principles. So there are principles for success. There are principles for academic excellence. You study. After you study, then you ask, oh Lord, thank you, because I know. When you study, you now begin to declare. That's doing the right thing. But don't just start praying out of anxiety, out of fear. Oh Father, thank you. If you help me to pass, Lord, I will serve you forever. And then you notice you will fake. Say, God, you are partial. You don't like me. God, you are wicked. I've seen a lot of young people do it. And that's a big mistake that they all make. They begin to now blame God. But you can't blame God when you didn't do the right thing. You didn't do the right thing. So take responsibility for your action. Study, then pray. And you'll find out that you have a good semester, you have a good term, or whatever the case may be. So I wish you a lovely 2019/2020 academic year. I pray that you come out successful. I pray that it is well with you. So well done. I'm so happy for you. You can always reach me up. I will be releasing more videos that would help you to deal with your issues in school. So you can always reach me up at @antijoy_ on Instagram, or you can send me a mail at helloantijoy@gmail.com, or you can also check out more of my YouTube videos. So please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like this video. You can comment, you can tell me which point you like best. You can also add what you use that works for you. So I hope you learned a lot. It was so much fun doing this video. So I will see you